AAA says this Thanksgiving will be one of the busiest for travel in more than 2 decades, with heavy congestion expected on roads and packed TSA lines at airports. But there are questions as to whether the airlines can actually handle the rush this holiday travel season, especially after mass delays and cancellations in the spring and the summer that we witnessed. So we're just days away. If you need some travel tips, get ready for it. We are joined now by travel expert Victoria Walker. Victoria, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks so much for having me.
All right. So first of all, this is an exciting week. It's holiday week. People are so eager to get out of town, whether it's flying or driving. But before, we always said that Wednesday was the most popular day to travel and the most packed day to travel. Is that still the case?
It's still looking like Tuesday is probably the worst day to travel. I would say early Wednesday and even early Thanksgiving morning is probably the best day to travel in terms of shorter lines at the airport, maybe less traffic, especially if you're heading up or down I-95. Those are probably the best times to travel over the Thanksgiving holiday.
Yeah, that's crazy because it was Wednesday, and I think people kind of picked up on the trend of going earlier, so now it kind of keeps moving that line. But what can people do to kind of make this travel experience a little bit more smooth, because it can be so stressful? You know, you're trying to get to family, but there can be a lot of hiccups along the way.
Bank in extra time for delays. Nobody wants to have their travel plans upended by something that they can't avoid, right? So bank in a few extra hours into your travel plan. So, you know, maybe if you were planning on leaving around 9 a.m., you might want to leave around 6. If you had planned to fly, or if you had planned to take the train, just in case, you might want to book a rental car just in case, because you never really know what can happen. Definitely pack lighter. If you are somebody who is used to maybe checking a bag, it might mean, you know, if you take a carry-on, it might mean actually getting on a flight instead of being bumped off of a flight because of your baggage. So these are things that you can easily do to kind of make your travel plan, your holiday travel plans, as smooth as possible.
Yeah, you know, I know a lot of folks just want to get to their destination fast, but they have to think ahead. Like you mentioned, you know, get to the airport 2 hours if you can, if not 3 hours beforehand. I was seeing a report today about how to protect your luggage, because unfortunately during the holidays, it gets lost a lot of times, especially if you're flying. And they were showing, you know, some travel experts were showing that you can actually tag your luggage. You can put like a tracking device in there where you can monitor where it's at all times. Are there any other tips like this, or if you want to elaborate on this one, where people can do that can help in circumstances like this?
I would really, probably the easiest ways is to put an air tag in your luggage. That's what, maybe $30 from either the Apple Store or Target. But also, really, if you can avoid it, avoid checking bags altogether. It's not just an issue of things coming up missing. Things can also just get delayed in transit. And this is, I would say, the holiday weekend that you don't want to have things go awry, because this might be the holiday weekend where things unfortunately may go awry. So keep your luggage as close to you as possible. Again, pack light. Avoid checking baggage, but if you do, definitely put an air tag in your luggage.
And those that are driving this holiday, I know a lot of people that are hitting the roads. At least some, I guess, caveat here is that the gas prices are dropping slightly.
Definitely. For driving, definitely, again, add in extra time. You know, driving is something that you can't really predict in terms of whether there's going to be traffic, weather, what have you. Definitely add in extra time. If you're somebody who likes to do things at the last minute, this is not the week to do it. We don't really know. We're expecting millions of people, 50 million, upwards of 50 million people to drive over the holiday weekend. So fill up your car the night before you travel, and, you know, hope for the best, really. But it's going to be a very hectic holiday season, whether you're flying, whether you're taking the train, whether you're driving, even whether if you're taking the metro. It's expected to be a busy and hectic holiday season.
Yeah, I know a lot of folks have been cooped up because of the holidays that we missed over COVID. And a lot of people are saying, hey, even though gas prices are still higher than what they were, even though these tickets for these airlines are still high, they want to see family, they want to see relatives. So I think we're going to see some big numbers over the next few days. Are you traveling?
I am. I'm actually coming in D.C. tomorrow morning.
Okay. Perfect. Well, we hope that you have a safe travels. Again, Victoria Walker, thank you so much for your expertise. Happy holidays.
Thanks for
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy holidays.